Least you guys could do, give a man a place to sit down after he's tired. So, all right, have at it.
Bill, how did that atmosphere live up to your expectations for it?
Oh, I thought it was great. Our players knew what to expect, and I thought it was great though. Great home court. Everybody's into it, and UCF, they're so athletic, and when you get the crowd behind you and doing that stuff, it makes you jump a couple inches higher and be a little bit quicker. And I thought they showed out tonight with their athletic ability.
What do you think was giving you guys trouble on offense in the second half, especially early on?
Well, they went soft press back to zone and then man to man. I think to end it. You should ask Johnny exactly what it was, but we didn't do a good job at all. When we took Hunter out, we didn't really have any offense, and we didn't do a good job of penetrating the zone or getting the ball in the high post. When we did, we got some looks. We didn't make them, but we got some looks, but yeah, we were awful against their zone, and then after it got kind of discombobulated and we couldn't run plays to score, we struggled for the rest of the night.
I was going to ask, when Hunter goes into foul trouble, how do you weigh having KJ play as the undersized center versus bringing in Parker?
Well, we've tried bringing. We played that the other way. It was just a call. We thought the ball wasn't moving, and one thing about it, when KJ's at the 5, we know from past experience, if you watched us play, that the ball does move better when KJ's at the 5. But against the zone, it really didn't do much, even though they were playing man at the time. But it really didn't help us much.
Bill, what does it say about the depth of this conference and the team picked to finish last could do something like this?
Well, it says a couple of things. It says that Johnny's done a great job, and give them credit. They were better than us tonight. There's no understating that they were better than us. On the flip side, we weren't very good. We got to take care of the ball, and we did some things that I think that good teams shouldn't do, especially playing away from home in a hostile environment when you have control of the game, and then you do some very, very careless and loose things to allow them to get back into it. The game was lost or the game was won, depending on which side you're on, the last 4 minutes of the first half. And then obviously the first 3 minutes of the second half. It's the depth of the league's great. You're going into week 2 and there's must-win games. Who would ever thought in an 18-game season you have must-win games going into week 2? But that's kind of how it feels right now for not only us but for others as well.
Your players talked about self-inflicted wounds, but how much do you credit UCF's defense?
Oh, yeah. A lot of times when people say they don't play well, the way it's written is that you're not giving the other team credit. It should be written, UCF totally took us out of everything, okay? And I can say, to my guys, well, we didn't execute, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, but that was created because of UCF's activity. They're really, really athletic.
Do you think because of the different rotations that UCF had, deep lineup, different defenses, plus the crowd energy, do you think your guys lost composure at all?
I don't think that we played with near the poise that we've exhibited in some other games. So that's probably a pretty fair assessment.
With this being, the first time that these two teams have ever matched up, for you, does it kind of make it challenging to game plan for a team that you have no experience facing?
No. After watching it, yes. But, UCF, they haven't played that much zone going into tonight, at least based on our scout reports and that stuff. They did a good job of doing some things that we obviously labored with. But maybe if we played Johnny over the years multiple times, maybe you get used to what a coach does and whatever, but I don't think it's because it's UCF that has anything to do with it. I think it more has to do with coaching styles and everything. But Johnny's playing a lot different. He played at Stanford now. He's got a different type of athlete.
How do you think you're going to remember this game going further on in the season?
To be real candid with you, I hope I don't.
Coach, when Hunter goes out, in foul trouble, and you talked about how you guys struggled to score when he went to the bench. How do you weigh that in your mind when to bring him back? Like, do you feel like you
I
should
could
have
have
brought
brought-
him back a little bit earlier?
I don't know, because he's got a bad knee. You know, if he didn't have a bad knee, I'd say yes for sure. But yeah, he's been struggling with his knee and all that stuff in practice and everything. So we knew going into it, it would be really good if we could get him less minutes. You know, he told me even in the first half when things were going well that he was really laboring. I don't think that's what cost us. I think that's when 4 other players kind of figure out, okay, we don't have him. We need to really take better care of the ball and execute better and get what we want, as opposed to maybe being loose with it.
Diallo and their bigs, did they give you a lot of trouble altering shots?
I thought so. I thought was it Walker that had 3 blocks, but Diallo to me set the tone early, because you know we're down 7-0 in large part because of his altering or contesting. Yeah, I thought he was good, and offensively, you know, he in the second half late that 8 or 9 foot shot on the baseline at the end of the clock was maybe as big a shot as there was in the second half.
Time for 1 or 2 more.
Bill, when you were up 16, are you thinking there was a chance to crack it? Or
I told our guys in the under 4 timeout, you know, we got to get this thing to 20 and not let it go to 10. Well, I should have said don't let it go to 8, because I wasn't smart enough to figure out that it went to 8. So crack it, no. Put yourself in a position, make it really hard on somebody. See, when it's at 8 and you have momentum, it's manageable. If it had gone from 16 to 20 or whatever, now teams may be pressing more to try to get back in it, and then it opens up easy baskets and rotation rebounding, a lot of other things. We messed the game up the last 4 minutes of the half.
do you have to monitor Hunter, or what do you do with the injury?
I don't know. I don't think so. No, it's just a bruised knee. I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. We've been really fortunate, knock on wood, with our health so far because we don't have a lot of depth. So, but you're going to go through periods of time this season where guys get nicked up.
If UCF plays like this, what can they do in the Big 12 in their first year?
Oh, I think they'll be competitive with everybody they play. You know, I mean, guys, they were better than us tonight. They were athletic. They played great. Their guards were unbelievably quick to the ball. They made us pay when we made, you know, obviously mental mistakes. They got a talented bunch. Predicting what will happen, I have no idea. Can they beat anybody in our league in this building? Absolutely, if they play turned up and play like that, and if the fans do their job like they did tonight. I mean, that's a big part of winning too.
You faced Johnny many a times before.
No, I've only faced him one other time.
But as you know, you've seen him do what he's done throughout his career as a player, as a coach. Just describe what Coach Dawkins brings to a program like UCF.
Class. I mean, he's as well liked and as classy a gentleman as there is in our sport. So you guys are fortunate you have him.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Bill.